A former IU Kappa Kappa Gamma member alleged her pledge class was hazed in 2020. Four of the women described experiencing similar events at Kappa beginning in 2017. So let's actually go to the student paper here. I'm very interested in this. I'm very interested in this because this was actually published on March 11th. So again, the mainstream media actually picked this up. So once again, I want to say that IDS, the actual student paper here, good. I salute you. I love it when I see good journalism but coming out of freaking students. Langdon Willoughby, 19, remembers standing in the dark basement of IU's Kappa Kappa Gamma house on a February night last year. She was among about 50 other pledges allegedly told to shut up and face the walls in silence. Senior sorority sisters clad in lingerie ran around the pledges, she said, screaming and yelling. They allegedly wielded wooden paddles, hitting the walls in front of the pledges to startle them. One sister came over to Willoughby and smacked her butt with the paddle, she said. Willoughby felt numb and confused. One thought came in waves. Is this really happening? And that's her, I'm guessing. Okay, she a little bad. All right, I hear you, sister. The sisters passed out rubber on bands to pledges and told them to put their hair up, she said. It was time for blow a blow. Fraternity men were on the way, Willoughby said the pledges were told, and the choice was to do a line of cocaine or to give a blowjob. Get on your knees, she recalled hearing a sister shout. The boys are coming. Willoughby began scanning the room, searching for an escape in the dark. She wanted to call for help, but she said the sisters had taken the pledges' phones before leading them into the basement. Before she could find an exit, the lights flipped up. Just kidding, the sister said, laughing. They told the group they were lucky they didn't have to do anything worse as pledges for a top-tier sorority, Willoughby said. Wow, that is some crazy shit. That is.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
How do you call this anything but? Is it sexual assault? Is it? I mean, I understand that they subject themselves to that, but if they weren't explained, if it wasn't thoroughly explained what they were getting themselves into, there's got to be some kind of charges here for this, man. Two women who were also present that night corroborated key details in Willoughby's account. Two other women affiliated with IU's chapter of the sorority described similar events happening during 3 separate years. All 5 said these events happened on Kappa Kappa Gamma's Big Little Night, an annual event wherein pledges find out which older member of the sorority is their big sister and mentor. The pledge class did not actually have to do drugs or perform any sexual acts that night, but Dr. Susan Lipkins, a psychologist and expert witness in hazing classes, said the alleged events are hazing because they are humiliating, degrading, and used to maintain hierarchy in the sorority. IU's chapter of Kappa Kappa Gamma and Kappa Kappa Gamma's national headquarters did not respond to multiple phone calls and emails requesting comment about the allegations in this story. The Office of Sorority and Fraternity Life and the Division of Student Affairs did not respond to requests for comment. We can't confirm or not a specific allegation, as it may be part of an ongoing investigation, IU spokesperson Chuck Carney said in an email Wednesday evening. He said he could not say whether Kappa Kappa Gamma is under investigation at this time. Student health and safety is of paramount importance to Indiana University. The university does not tolerate acts of hazing and takes hazing allegations very seriously, he wrote. That is crazy. That is, I mean, it's just, oh man, it's just, and I'm guessing that there's gonna be more to this. The 2 other women who were present on Big Little Night 2020 and confirmed Willoughby's account asked to remain anonymous out of fear of retaliation from the sorority. Both corroborated key details of Willoughby's story: the dark basement, the lingerie, pledges' phones being confiscated, older sisters with paddles intimidating pledges, and sisters telling them they would have to either perform oral sex on fraternity men or do a line of cocaine. My brother is in Pi Kappa Phi, and he's bringing some friends over. They're waiting for you. One of the women recalled a sister telling pledges as they were lined up to go into the basement. Another sister told pledges blow was going to be their punishment for being the worst pledge class ever, the woman said. I was fully, physically, emotionally, and spiritually disturbed by the entire thing, Willoughby said. She said she left Kappa Kappa Gamma last summer because of these events, along with issues of inclusion and racism. She said she said that she experienced as one of the only black women in the house. There's no real sisterhood, Willoughby said. With all the sexual harassment that goes on at IU's campus, I don't see why Kappa would subject another woman to that. That is interesting. That is a very good point because, again, I'm pretty sure that as a female, as a freaking sorority, of course, it's female-led, they would make sexual assault and sexual harassment a pillar of what they stand against. If you are an organization that supports women, you're gonna have to do that to make women feel more included. Like that's what I would do. And when you do hazing events like this, suppose for a second you have a pledge who's a rape victim. Suppose for a second that you have a pledge who was raped by one of your fraternity brothers. That happens on college campuses. Do you understand what might be going through that young woman's mind? It was just ridiculous. The Division of Student Affairs' hazing page defines sexual harassment to include any unwelcome conduct or behavior of a sexual nature that creates or contributes to a hostile environment. That definitely does. From fall 2016 to fall 2020, an average of 7 IU Greek life organizations were disciplined each year for hazing. Since 2016, 3 sororities and 14 fraternities have been placed on disciplinary probation for hazing, some multiple years in a row. 5 more have been suspended by IU or their national chapters for hazing. That's crazy. So they got a whole timeline here. They actually did a full detailed report here. And that is the fact that you have so many of these cases. And this student paper is covering it. It's just, I'm wondering about the environment and the atmosphere on that campus. That's what I worry about. What is the environment and the atmosphere on that campus? Whereas you got so many claims of hazing, sexual assault, sexual harassment, and you got hazing events where you have young women subjecting young women to things like that when they aren't sure if those young women are sexual assault survivors. Yeah, that kind of stuff has got to be stamped out. And honestly, we got to take a harder look at some of these Greek organizations. I'm not saying that they are necessarily a bad thing. The vast majority do great community service. They do great work. However, I just worry about when I hear stories like this because I've heard about fraternity and sorority hazing for a good little minute now, and when you hear stories like this, it definitely points towards there definitely needs to be more scrutiny, and there definitely needs to be more changes on these college campuses to address these issues.